Hello everyone, welcome back to this video tutorial of Dynamics 365 Sales. In this video, we will talk about different settings that are available inside the application. Before we get into a Dynamics 365 sales process of leads, opportunity, quote, order, invoice, we need to have all these settings configured in the system so that we can have effective sales process. These are all the different settings that are available here: sales territories, revenue type, auto numbering, business closures, fiscal year, and currency. Sales territory is something where we can configure the organizational hierarchy. For example, if our business is running in India, then we need to have a detailed organizational hierarchy, right? So India is at the top, and below that we will be having multiple regions like North India, South India, East India, West India, and within each region we will be having multiple states, and within each state we will be having a different set of districts. So as an organization we need to capture all these hierarchy so that we can have our effective sales process in the whole country. Similarly, if we are running in different countries also, so if our organization is running in India as well as in US, then we need to have a different set of organizational hierarchy so that we can effectively manage our sales team and we can have our sales process throughout the organization effectively. And then we have revenue type. So here we have something called user provided or system calculator. So this is just a field available in opportunity form where we can set it as user provided or system calculated. Whenever we set it as system calculated, then the calculations will be based on the automated thing. So based on the opportunity products that we are adding to that opportunity, the estimated revenue will be calculated in opportunity. In the other way, if we have given the value as user provider, then as a user or as a salesperson I need to enter the estimated revenue manually. Okay, and then we have something called auto numbering. So if you talk about leads and opportunities, we are not worried about any numbering because it's like a placeholder kind of thing where we can create a number of leads and a number of opportunities. But once we get into codes, order, or invoice, we need to have a unique number for each and every record so that we can sync it with our financial systems. For quote, we need to have a unique number whenever we create it, and whenever we go for negotiation, and whenever we cancel the current quote and create a new quote for the customer, we need to have a new quote number. So we within Dynamics 365 sales we have the standard auto numbering functionality where we can set up what should be the prefix, what should be the suffix for my quote, order, and invoice. In addition to these three sales related tables, we also have this auto numbering enabled for other Dynamics 365 tables like case, campaign, knowledge articles, etc. Okay, and then we have something called business closures. So any organization will need to maintain their holiday calendar, right? So whether they are working on Saturdays or Sundays, or whether they are declaring holiday for any festival, so those things should be set up inside this business closures. It is also called as holiday calendar. Mostly this business closures will be very much useful for customer service model, but for sales model also we have this setting available. So if required, any sales team can also set up this business closures in the system. Okay, and then we have fiscal year. Fiscal year is also called as accounting period. So in India we have the financial year from April to March, and similarly in other countries there will be some different financial year. For example, in US it will be from January to December. So that financial year in details can be set up inside this fiscal year. This will be very useful for reporting purpose. So inside this fiscal year, we can also configure the fiscal period. So whether the period would be a quarterly or monthly or half yearly, so that kind of fiscal period can be set up inside this fiscal year. Okay, and also we have the option to set the display type of this fiscal year or fiscal period, and how to call each fiscal period, whether we need to call it based on the ending month or starting month. For example, in India, the quarter one is from April. Quarter one is for April, May and June. So we can call this quarter as April starting quarter or June ending quarter. So that kind of setup can also be done inside this fiscal year setting. Okay, and then we have a currency setup. So as I said earlier, any business will run in a single country or it can run in multiple countries. So if they are only doing their business in one country, they don't have to worry much about the currency. But if they are running in multiple countries, then they need to set up all the currency details in the system. If they are selling a product in India, they will sell it in Indian rupees. If they are selling the product in US, then they will be selling it in US dollar. So that currency details can also be set, and how the conversion should happen, how much $1 equal to Indian rupees. So those kind of things, and what is the currency symbol, currency code, all those things can be done inside currency setting of Dynamics 365 sales. Okay, with this we will get into the Dynamics 365 sales hub application, and we will see each and every component, and we will see how to set up each and every functionality. Okay, now I am in Dynamics 365 sales hub application. We will first start with sales territory set. Okay, for that I need to go to app settings, and here under sales administration I have this sales territories. So currently you can see I just created one territory for India, which is at the top level, and below this I need to create multiple territories for different region, for different states and districts. Okay, so this will be my parent territory. Okay, now I am going to create all my child territories. For that I need to click on this new button. For this one I will name it as North India, and here inside parent I need to choose my parent India here. Okay, I will click on save. My Now my North India region territory is created. Okay, and as we discussed earlier, for each territory we need to assign a manager, so that he will take the ownership of that territory, and he will do all the sales process inside that territory. Okay, so before setting for North India, I will go to India, and here I will set the vice president as a manager, vice president sales as a manager for this particular parent territory. Okay, now directly from here I can click on sub territories, and I can open my North India territory. So this is my region, right? North India is my region. So here I will assign my regional manager as a manager for this territory. Similar to North India, I will create South India as another region. And for this also, the parent will be India. And here I will set the regional manager 2 as my manager. Okay, now I have India, and below that I have North India and South India. So if I want to see this in a hierarchical view, I need to click on this icon, so that I will see it in a pictorial format. India is at the top, and then we have North India and South India regions. And below North India, if I want to create multiple states, I just need to click on it, and I need to go to sub territories, and I will create a new territory. So So this time my parent will be North India instead of India. Now the parent will be North India. Okay, just put Delhi state, and for this one I will put state level manager as a manager here. Okay, and similarly I will create one more state under North India called Rajasthan. Okay, state level manager 2 I am setting here as a manager. Now if I expand North India, I will see two states. Okay, so this is how we can set the territory hierarchy in the system. So currently I'm showing you three level of scenarios, but you can set n number of territory relationship here. Okay, so far we discussed about territory creation, child territory creation, and associating managers to each and every territory. Now we will just check how to add the salesperson. Okay, so now I am in Delhi territory, or we can call it as Delhi state. And for this state, currently state level manager 1 is taking the ownership, and he is responsible for all the sales related activities. And for any manager, he need to have multiple sales persons, right? So that sales persons can also be added to this territory. Okay, I just need to click on this related and go to members. Currently you can see the manager is being added automatically as a member, but I can also add other salespersons who are in charge of Delhi. I can add those salespersons here. I will just click on add member, salesperson 1, salesperson 2. Now you can see I added salesperson 1 and salesperson 2 as a members for this Delhi territory. So whenever someone looks into the system and they want to see the organizational hierarchy, they can come to this sales territory, and they just need to click on this hierarchy on the parent territory. If they click on it, they will be able to see the complete organizational hierarchy. India, and below that two regions, and within the North Indian region we have two states, and within Delhi, if I click on it, I will be able, if I go to related and members, I will be able to see all the salespersons who are in charge of this particular territory. And this territory can be linked with account opportunity, so that the complete sales process will be in a control. Now we will see how to set up this revenue type. This revenue type field is available inside opportunity form. I will open one of the opportunity record, and from this products tab we can see this revenue type. It can be either system calculated or user provided. Now you can see I have marked it as system calculated. Whenever it is having this particular system calculated type, the estimated revenue of this opportunity will be calculated automatically based on the opportunity product that we add. So currently you can see from the opportunity product, the total amount is something like this, and the same value will be reflected in our opportunity header. If I change this to something else, save and close, you can see the opportunities estimated revenue will also be updated based on the opportunity products value. But if I set this as user provided, and before that I will just show you, if it is system calculated, you can see this estimated revenue field is locked. But if I set this revenue type as user provided, then you can see this estimated revenue is editable. So here the system will not be worried about the uh, amount that is coming from opportunity product. Here, as a user or as a seller, I can enter any value randomly. So this revenue type is a simple functionality that is available within opportunity form itself, where we can set up system provided or system calculated or user provided as a type. Based on that, the estimated revenue calculation will happen. Now we will discuss on this auto numbering setting. To go to auto numbering setting area, we first need to open Power Platform Admin Center, and this is the URL to go to Power Platform Admin Center. And then we need to select environment, and then we need to choose the environment that we are working, and from here we need to click on settings. And here under data management, we have this auto numbering. Once I click on it, it will show me all the tables that are available for auto numbering. You can see contracts, cases, codes, orders, invoices, campaigns, articles, categories, and knowledge articles. But for sales, we have three entities or three tables: codes, order, and invoices. So here we can set the prefix and suffix length. So prefix is something we can set up to 3 digits. We cannot set anything more than that. Up to 3 digits we can set. For codes, we can keep it like Q, U, O. And suffix length, so the prefix is something will be unique for each and every table, okay, but the suffix length is something, if I change here, it will be applicable to all other tables as well. So if I set this suffix length to 4, then it will be changed to 4 for other tables as well. But codes is something, the prefix is something I can have it unique for each and every table. For codes, I can have 2 digit of prefix. For orders, I can have 3 digit, and invoices I can have only 1 digit. But the suffix length is something, it should be same for all the tables. Okay, now you can see I just set the prefix as Q, U, and suffix as 4 for my code. I will save this, and we will try to create a new code in the system. Now you can see I have given 2 prefix digit and 4 suffix length, and based on that I am getting this code ID. Now I will just change this to something else. It is taking some time. I will just pause my video and I will come back. Okay, so now instead of 2 digit prefix, I will change this to 3 digits, like Q, U, O, and suffix I will change it to 6, and I will save this auto numbering setting. Once it is saved, now I will create another code record in the system. So here for the first code that I created, you can see the prefix is of 2 digits and suffix of 4 digits. Now I will create another code. I think the settings are not yet reflected. I will delete this code. I will save the setting one more time, and now I will create my second code. Yeah, now the settings are reflected. Now you can see the prefix is of 3 digits, QUO, and suffix is of 6 digits. This is how we can set the auto numbering in the system. So similar to quote, we can also set for orders and invoice for sales model. For other models, we have tables like cases, campaigns, articles, category, etc. We are done with auto numbering. Now we will see how to set up business closures. For that, again we need to go to Power Platform Admin Center, and here under business we have this business closures. Yes, now the business closures page has been opened. Here, the moment it is open, you can see at the top the current year 2024. So within this, we can add multiple business closures or holiday schedules. Maybe New Year. So New Year is on Jan 1st. So Jan 1st will be a holiday, right? So that is something we can add it over here. And in case if the festival is for just one day, we don't have to worry about the end time. But if it is for 2 days or 3 days, then we can change the end time as well. So this is a one day activity, so I have created. And similarly, we can create other business closures as well, holiday schedules, or if our organization is on holiday during second Saturday of every month, then we can add that as well. Second Saturday of January. And similarly, we can add Independence Day, which is on August 15. So likewise, we can create the holiday schedule for the complete year. So now I am showing you for the current year, but you have the option to set for other years as well. You just need to click on this arrow so that it will take you to other years. For example, if you want to plan the holiday schedule for next year, that is 2025, you can plan it now itself. Basically, this business closure will be very useful for customer service model, where we need to provide 24 bar 7 service to our customers, but we have the option to set this business closures for sales model as well. Okay, now we will see how to set up this fiscal year. Okay, for that again we need to go to Power Platform Admin Center. Under business, we need to click on calendar. So both calendar and fiscal year both are same. So if you click on calendar, you can see fiscal year settings page opens. Here we have all the options to set. What is the, I will just zoom this particular thing. Okay, we have options like start date, fiscal period template, fiscal year, name based on fiscal period, display as. So as I said earlier, depends on the country, we need to select the start date. So the countries like India will have start date as April 1st. Countries like US will have start date as January 1st. Okay. So based on our financial calendar, we need to select the start date over here. For now, I will just select April 1st, and then we need to select the fiscal period template. So period can be a weekly, quarterly, monthly, or half yearly. So that depends on your country. You need to select the fiscal period. For now I will go with quarterly. So which means every year will have four quarters. And then how do you want to display this fiscal year? Whether you want to display it as a prefix fy, and then year format you want to have 4 digits or 2 digits, or you want to have it like ggyy. So based on your requirement you can have your display format as well. And if you want to have your postfix, you can select it. But the important thing here is start date and the fiscal period template. Other than that, all these options will be useful. How do you want to display this fiscal period in your, or fiscal period or fiscal year in your application? For now I will not be worried about other things. We will just go with this current thing, and I will click on OK. Okay, now we will go to leads page and see how this fiscal year and fiscal period really works. So the period or the year that we are setting will be useful within any view, leads view or opportunity view, whatever the table view you have. From here, if you want to filter something, or if you are creating some report in the system, and if you want to filter based on your fiscal year or fiscal period, you can have it. Okay, so I will just choose any date field. Here in this case we will go with this created on. If I go to filter by, here we will get this option in fiscal period, in fiscal year. So if you see, now we are in June, right? So the current fiscal period would be April, May, June of this current financial year. So if I select this, you can see automatically it is showing me which quarter I need to choose, in quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, or quarter 4. Since I have set the template as quarterly, I'm seeing these much options. If I set monthly in my fiscal year settings, then here I will be seeing 12 different options. Now I will just select the quarter 1, and if I click on apply, then I will see all the records that are created in the month of April, May, and June. And similarly, if I choose different quarter, I will not be seeing any records because I don't have any record created in the month of July, August, or September. Okay, so this is how this fiscal year and fiscal period settings will be useful in Dynamics 365 sales. Now we will see how to set up currency. For that we need to go to Power Platform Admin Center. Under business we need to choose currencies. Here you can see a currency record already exists for Indian rupee. So this is something automatically created. So when I created this Dynamics 365 sales environment, I have given my region as India and currency as INR. So that's why this currency record has been automatically created. But if our business is running in multiple regions, then we can create multiple currencies by clicking on this new button. So now I will create another currency for US dollar. Okay, for that I need to select this currency code. Here I have all the options to choose from. I will choose United States US dollar and click on add. Now all the other related information got automatically populated: currency name, currency symbol, etc. And now I need to give the currency conversion. So my base currency for this environment is Indian rupee. So I need to have this currency conversion details for INR to USD. I will just calculate this one INR to USD. I will just put this value over here. Save and close. Now my second currency is created. In the same way, we can create multiple currency records. Now we have two currencies in our environment. One is for INR and the other one is for USD. So which are available at the system level. But if you see at the ground level, we will be having different salespeople working across multiple regions. So some of our salespeople will be working from India, and some of the sales persons will be working from US. So there is something called a personal setting for currency that we need to set up for you. Each user, whenever they log into their system, they need to have their own currency, right? Whenever a salesperson from India opens the application, he need to see the data in INR. Whenever a salesperson who logs in from US, he need to see the information in USD. So that is something the users can do from their personal settings. Once they open the Dynamics 365 application, from here they can go to personalization settings, and here they have this default currency. So currently for this user, Genon, I have selected currency as Indian rupee. But if I select USD, then all my pricing details will be shown in USD. So before selecting this value, I will just show you here. So in my opportunity, you can see the estimated revenue information is being shown in Indian rupee. And similarly, if I create any new opportunity, you can see the currency field is being automatically set to Indian rupee. Now what we will do, right? We will change the default currency to USD, and I will click on OK. I will refresh my page. My page is now refreshed. Now I will click on new opportunity. Here you can see the default currency as US dollar. Earlier it was populating as Indian currency, now it is populating as US dollar. The reason is in the personal settings I have changed the default currency to US dollar for this user. Now we will change the personalization setting back to Indian currency, and we will see other options available. And just change this to Indian rupee. Okay, and here you can see under estimated revenue, you can see the Indian currency symbol is coming before the actual currency, right? So we will see how to change this particular display option. So again, we need to go to personalization settings with Indian currency as my default. I will go to formats, and here we have different options available. We can choose English India, and we have the customization option for currency. So currently you saw, right, the symbol was displaying before the currency value. Now I will just change this to after currency value. Click on apply and OK. Now you can see the difference, right? The currency symbol is coming after the currency value. This is how we can work with currency in Dynamics 365 sales. With this we are completing all the sales related settings. So we started with sales territory, and then we discussed about revenue type and auto numbering, business closures or holidays, and then we discussed about fiscal year and fiscal period, and finally we discussed about the currency, how to do the personalization setting for currencies. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.